Hey sweet friends, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am taking part again in the Christmas in July challenge. This is actually hosted by Shannon from the Cozy Christmas Cottage. She will be starting all of her Christmas content up for you guys before I can even think about Christmas crafting. So I'll have her video linked down below, as well as a playlist, because there are some of my favorite YouTubers taking place and favorite YouTube DIYers taking place in this collab, and it's going to be really fun and huge. All of that info will be down below, but it is really fun just to switch it up. I love Christmas crafting, so it's always fun to get a taste of it in the hot summer months. So let's go ahead and dive into some really fun Christmas in July crafts. You'll have to let me know in the comments down below, how do you think these turned out? Please leave a big thumbs up, and let's jump on into it. Okay, so if you've been following my channel, you know that I love these wooden cutting boards that Dollar Tree's putting out, and I actually keep seeing them. I know I found this one back maybe about a month ago, so I definitely stocked up on them to have some more. I've used these several times on my channel, but I had to make a Christmas version. So the thing I love about these cutting boards is that you can easily sand off the image. It does peel off a little bit of the wood finish, but I don't care about that. It just gives it more of a rustic look, and I'm going to be painting over this anyways. But go ahead and get rid of the image that was on there and all the text, and then using a paint stick, I trimmed that down. I wasn't able to get a perfectly clean break, but you can't tell just from looking at it, so it actually worked out in my favor. But I wanted to turn this into the cutest little snowman cutting board, so I go ahead and paint his face white to look like a snowman, and then I'll put some brown paint on the top of the hat. I have painted so many snowmen in the past, including all of the craft shows that I used to set up for, so it's such a nostalgic feeling to put out the black and orange paint and paint little snowman faces. I used to have to stock up and paint like 20 and 30 snowmen just to get enough to set up at a craft fair. I'm so happy those days are long gone. It's always fun to look back on, and it was really fun memories, even hustling to get your booth set up. But for now, it's so much more fun and just getting to be more creative and come up with new projects that I don't just have to keep making the same thing over and over. But for this little snowman, I'm using mineral colored chalk paint just to kind of touch up the top so it doesn't look so unfinished. It was super light, so I went over it with a little bit darker of a brown and then added some whites in the eyes. I love using the back side of my paintbrush just to create the larger eyes, as well as the little mouth and noses. Carrot noses are my favorite to paint. And then it was the fun part just to get to come in with all of these embellishments, really fill it in. I added some greenery as well as snowflakes. I did have to go and get out old tubs from last year just to have a few extra things to add on here. But for the most part, all the paint and cutting board and paint stick supplies were just everyday items that I already had in my craft room. So let me know in the comments down below if you have a craft room. Like, do you store your fall and Christmas crafts in your craft room, or do you store it with your Christmas and fall decor and then get it back out? We just moved into a new house, so all of my stuff is just kind of in the basement. So I'm just having to pull it up one by one, but I'm not sure if I want to take my supplies back down to the basement or just make a new place in my crafting room. So I'd love to know your storage ideas for that. For this snowman, I added a little scarf to the bottom, as well as some more embellishments and a little bit of white paint to look like snow, but thought he turned out really cute. I have passed up this mirror at Dollar Tree about 3 times. I just didn't love the shape of it. I didn't know how to incorporate it into a DIY. But I had this fun idea to just cover the edges to make it look like a winter themed mirror. I know you can purchase these on some high-end websites, just some random things like attached to the outside of the mirror. So I thought I would just risk the $1.25, and it actually turned out better than I thought. I took some white paint and wanted to give it like a little snowy background. So I go around the edges, add a few little dots that are kind of going to blend in. I know it looks odd right now, But after I get all of this attached, it just looks like snow in the background, and I even add a little bit more on top. But I had some white snowflakes as well as wooden ones, and all of these natural elements that I'm putting on here, like the pine cones and the greenery, I feel like really just elevated it and turned out a lot better than just being this weird wavy mirror randomly sitting on a shelf, but a really cool way to get to use it for this winter Christmas season. And I just thought it was something really fun and adds lots of texture into any space that you want to decorate. These wide mouth jars are one of my all-time favorite Dollar Tree product, so I always have them on hand and ready to go. For this one, I am putting a snowman in this jar, so I wanted a nice window on the front that wasn't covered so you could see the little snowman in there. I had some of these Christmas decals, so I went ahead and put one of those, but I will be removing it, so it's pretty much just acting as a little cover until I take it back off. I love mixing the faux snow glitter from Dollar Tree as well as some Epsom salt. It gives it texture, but also the glitter makes it shiny, and it looks just like snow mixed together. So go ahead and coat this jar with some Mod Podge and then just sprinkle on this mixture so I get the perfect little snowy vase. And then here's the part that I'm going to remove that sticker. This one didn't come off in one piece like I thought it would, so you definitely could use painter's tape if that's all you have on hand. You could go ahead and just use a piece of wax paper and layer up the painter's tape and then cut out the perfect rectangle or any shape that you would like and do pretty much the same thing here, but you can see you get better crisp lines removing that rather than if you just try to draw the rectangle with your Mod Podge and then sprinkle on the glitter. I attached more of the snow down into the bottom, and this is just going to create the perfect little window to look inside of this jar. I have a snowman ornament from the Dollar Tree, so I'm going to attach that down inside. But how cute is this? I think it would be really fun to make 3, 4, 5, 6 of these in a row with different colored snowmen in them. I hope they really mix up the styles from last year, so we're getting new items, and I'm just excited to see the different styles. I had to share these ornaments with you guys because they are out at my store right now. These huge ceramic pieces that you easily can take any Dollar Tree transfer image that you like, rub it on there, and decorate it however you want. You have some Christmas ornaments ready to go. To me, these just look like Christmas ornaments, but my store is carrying them like all year. So definitely check out multiple of your stores to look for them. I don't know if it's something that doesn't sell very often, or maybe they sell a lot of them, but they seem to keep putting them out. And you don't have to just make them super Christmassy, so these would work just to kind of decorate other places until it's Christmas time, but really cute, fun, large pieces for the $1.25. Another DIY project that you would not have to wait for Christmas supplies is to take some plain white candles, cut out some Christmas trees out of the green vinyl, and attach it to the front. Now you don't have to have these wooden ornaments to make this shape. You could print off a template online or use your Cricut machine, but I do think it's really easy just to trace these on the back of the vinyl. I'm stacking up 2 pieces at the same time so that I can get more than once, and a really fun little detail is to use a hole punch to create some little faux ornaments, just some little holes so the white shows through. It dresses it up a little bit, and then add some coordinating ribbon to the top. And then I had to include one of my all-time favorite Christmas DIYs in this video. I love to make the little candy jars. They kind of look like little gumball machines, but I am attaching these clear candlestick holders to one of these little jars and then taking the lid off one of the candy jar dishes and attaching it to the top. So I do want one to be a little bit taller, so I connect the candlestick holders upside down so that one's tall and one's short, and then go ahead and paint these bright red. I usually always go with hot glue and E6000, but for video purposes I am just using the hot glue in this video. But it is super easy to pick up these bubble vases, these round globe vases from the Dollar Tree, and attach it and then put the red lids on top. So easy to pop your favorite candy in there with some fun wrappers or coordinating colors, but really cute to display for the Christmas season. Thank you all so much for checking out today's video. A huge thank you to Shannon from the Cozy Christmas Cottage for hosting this playlist. A lot of really fun, some of my favorite DIY YouTubers are on this playlist. So you guys have to go and click the link down in the description box to see everyone's video. Don't forget to leave a big thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video. Happy crafting. Bye.